mixing my little snackies, and I did my toes. I didn't get a chance to get my feet. Hey, it's Nyla. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I am a full-time working mom, and on this channel, I talk about all things design, specifically focusing on the home, how it impacts our well-being, and different things we can do daily to improve that. If that all sounds good to you, please make sure to like and subscribe. I release videos every Sunday. This snow day has felt like the truest version of my January reset. It's been a slow morning with small moments and no pressure to do everything at once. As a part of my January reset, I am learning that resetting doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it just means letting the day unfold and being present wherever you are. I often feel like January can be very rushed and a little bit hectic. A lot of people have set these goals, myself included, and want to make sure they're staying on track and setting the tone for the rest of the year. However, I do think it's important to remember that slowing down can be a goal too. Making sure you're not doing too much and overwhelming yourself and burning yourself out before the month is even over. Ultimately, if your goal is to have a cleaner, more structured home, I think that can show up in a lot of smaller ways. For me, it's more important to be consistent and show up in these smaller ways as opposed to trying to do so much at once that it deters me from being able to do anything at all. And also, my resets look different now that I'm a mom, because I can't perfectly structure my mornings, and I want to focus a little bit more on calmer energy as opposed to having a really strict routine, especially during the work week when that's not always true. For days like today, I want to be able to just let the day unfold instead of trying to force it. So as a part of my reset, I've also been making intentional swaps this year. So not only things that support my wellness, but also my home, the environment, and my daily routines. I love that this cup isn't just pretty, because she definitely is, and when you're a cuppy girly, if you know, you know. So this company is called JOCO. They have a goal to replace disposable waste with something a little bit more thoughtful. So this cup is actually meant to last a lifetime. I got the classic cup with the utility lid, which makes it spill proof. Oh, I also got the reusable straw. So it's flat and it fits into like the little slot perfectly. You can also take it on the go. It rolls right up into this little travel case. And I really felt like that was perfect to eliminate single-use plastic, especially if you're trying to reduce your use of single-use straws. So part of my January reset has also been about granting myself grace and understanding and permission, and allowing myself to enjoy food without it having to check every healthy box. I'm in the process of changing how I think about food and also changing the way I talk about food, especially with my daughter. I want her to have a healthy relationship with food and an understanding and knowledge that there are all different types of food in this world and they impact us in different ways. And I really want to focus on how different foods could have an impact on us as opposed to just labeling foods as good or bad. My goal is really to focus on balance, and for days like today, I really want to make memories for my daughter. I want her to grow up with the same nostalgic feeling of snow days that I had growing up. And that's going to look a little bit different, but I'm happy with that. I used to think that a reset meant changing everything at once, but lately it's really just been about coming back to myself. The mornings have definitely been slower, and making these small choices every day have made my home feel a little bit softer. It's not about the perfect routines or the perfectly balanced days, but more about the quiet ones. And moments like these are what I'm trying to hold on to this month and for the coming year. I actually just took a little nap. I was so tired. It's been a very long weekend. Today is Sunday, and Friday my partner and I drove up to the Poconos for like a little staycation. It was one of his best friend's birthdays, so that was actually a really good time. The drive there was kind of scary. If you've driven to the Poconos before, you know how mountainous it can be. This was like an hour and a half north of the Poconos where we've traveled before. So our trip time ended up being about 3.5 hours, so it was pretty far. I do like road trips, and especially road trips in good weather. I like to have like my little drinks and my little snackies, and I did my toes. I didn't get a chance to get my feet done, and I knew we were going to be getting in the jacuzzi, so I was like, let me do these real quick. And we did make a couple stops along the way. We stopped at this Whole Foods market, which was actually a lot nicer than the Whole Foods that we have around here. They had like this little cafe slash bar in there, which was really cute. I'd never seen that before. It was really nice. We rented a SUV, so that was nice too, having something different to drive. And I just love the whole experience, like getting ready for the trip, driving up there. Everybody was just like good company, good vibes. It was a lot of fun. His friend did this Brazilian steakhouse style dinner thing, which was really nice. And we drove back Saturday to go to my nephew's birthday party. He went to like this indoor adventure park. After that we went to dinner, and then we drove back very late, and actually we ended up getting home like around midnight, and then we had to drop the rental off because right now we are currently experiencing a snowstorm. So we were like, okay, so the snow is supposed to start like around 3 a.m. So we were like, all right, well, it's either we try to brave it in the morning or we just drop it off like right now, instead of trying to drag our child out of the house now. We drag her out of the house in the snow in the morning. So we ended up dropping the car off last night. It was so sad to see her go. We loved her. And yeah, so this morning I did try to do like a little cleaning. I made breakfast, having just like a very slow morning. Right now I'm gonna make my daughter some hot chocolate, and I'm gonna put on a movie. I still do have like some unpacking to do and laundry, which I'll probably end up going back and forth between like the laundry and cleaning up. I really find comfort in my home, and for my home to be like a haven for days like today where you can't go anywhere. You have to be in the house all day, all night, and then even tomorrow we'll see. So I'm actually going to enjoy like cleaning and making sure that my home is in order. So now off to make hot chocolate and keep enjoying the day.